Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So moving my chair. So today I want to try something a little different. So first I won't be doing the whole video in one day and there will be a little bit more editing and stuff afterwards. But so let me do little bit of context. I wanted to try gouache for a long time. And I think I had gouache when I was a child, you know, those small gouache stuff. I think so, I don't know. I didn't find them back. And I went to the art supply shop last week or so, and I was trying to find some gouache, and I couldn't find really student quality gouache. There were only these gouache, which are the linéaires from Le Franc-Bourgeois Paris. And those are really expensive, and they are supposed to be artist quality and super high quality and stuff. But they are super expensive and I've never done gouache before. So I thought, okay, I will just take the three primary colors and a black and a white and try with those. And after like yesterday, I went to the store, not the art store, but where you find all the stuff for, you know, working in your house and drilling and doing some painting and changing the floors and stuff. Like the store, you have all of those, and they also have a place for craft and art. And I found this. It's a 24 pack of gouache, and I think this is more like kid or student quality. They were really cheap. All of those were almost the price of 2.5 of the other ones. So I thought, okay, I will try with those, and if I really like it, I will do my final pieces with the more high quality ones. And I've already started, just give me a second, I'm gonna find it. Here I am. So when I was at the art supply store, I also bought this paper, this colored paper in gray. And I tried the gouache on top of it, so can you see here? So here is the gouache. This is my very first attempt at gouache, and this is how far I've went so far. And also I bought a little palette. I don't really know how this video will go, but maybe I will try to go for the first page of my other sketchbook, which I've almost finished. And I thought it would be nice to do a really nice first page and use a little bit of gouache in it. So this can be a direction for the whole video. And by the way, I only have one page left in my sketchbook. So if you're interested in a sketchbook tour, you can comment down below. And I'll be really happy to take you through all the sketches I've done. It's the very first sketchbook that I've completed, like almost completed, but that I will complete. And it's the very first one I've started since I've decided to go a little bit more into art. This one is almost done too, only have 4 pages left. And this one is only watercolor and it's a smaller one. So yeah, we're coming to the end of my first sketchbooks, the end of an era. So okay, let me grab some brushes and let's try to put some gouache on this paper and see what happens. So basically, from what I've seen, you can use your regular watercolor brushes for gouache, since it's pretty similar. And I have some old towels. I have my water here, and I'm gonna open those, see how they feel. Oh, okay, so right from the bat, the tubes are quite big. I've put away the other ones, the expensive ones, but I think they are a little bigger, which is nice. Oh, they are closed, nice. Okay, so let's go. Oh, they are really creamy. They just popped out of the tube, and I have some everywhere now. Okay, let me take a small brush and try to take back what's in the here. So put a little bit of water and let's take this. Okay, so it's really creamy. This color, it's supposed to be cream. It's a really strange color. I would have put way more yellow in cream. This one is a little bit gray. So right off the bat, I think those are more streaky than the higher quality one that I have. But I mean, just for trying gouache out, it's not really a problem. And it will keep me more familiar with how gouache works. And I think you can put a lot of water and have it really thinned out, almost like watercolors. I don't know which color can go with this strange color. Maybe violet can be nice with it. Let's see. So let's try to open it without putting it everywhere this time. Okay, this one doesn't have the same texture, I feel. Let me try it with just a damp brush. This one is the violet. Okay, my brush had too much water, I think. It's not really opaque for now. I think I'm putting too much water because it feels much more like watercolor than like gouache. Let's try with a flat brush. Just damp it a little bit. Get more of this one. Now clean this brush. I've looked at some tutorials and some Skillshare class on gouache, and I've seen people do their gradients like that. So they just take the first color, quite almost a thick consistency, and then they have a clean brush. They took the other color and they put it down here, and they move up towards the first one, like so, and then they clean their brush again, and with just a slightly damp brush they go over it all, and they kind of soften their gradients this way. Okay, so now that we've experimented a little bit with this gouache, which again were like super cheap gouache, so I didn't expect them to be super high quality or anything. So my idea for the first page, so my other sketchbook has more like this type of dimension, and you have, it's even a little bit longer like this, and you have really long pages here, and I want to take the whole double page. Okay, so that's the basic idea of what I want to do. So I think I want to explore a little bit more with the gouache, so I will try to do something a little bit more detailed with the gouache. Maybe try to reproduce this tube. I'm gonna let this dry, then put on top the writing. I'm gonna use this Winsor Newton 0.5 fine liner and a white pen. And here it is, and I think it's not that bad actually. It lacks a little bit of highlight, and here this area is not really nice, but it gave me a first feel of gouache, even if it's with pretty nasty gouache. And I'm gonna try this one, and I'm gonna see first how gouache reacts on my other sketchbook. But I will try this tomorrow, and I will sketch the whole stuff tomorrow, and then I will go on with the gouache and try to do something. And if I don't like it, I can still go over it, or just, you know, glue the pages or anything. So yeah, I'm just gonna try it, see how it goes, and I will bring you along. So see you tomorrow for the next part of this experimentation with gouache. Hi guys, so it's currently the day after the next because I got caught in some work to do, you know, that happens sometimes. But I found time to test a little bit more of the gouache, and okay, I'm super excited to have bought this gouache now. So what I did last time after the video ended is that I used the colored pencils on top of what I've painted, and it worked super well. So I could have some really more crisp details and get rid of this strange texture. So that was really super nice. And after that, I swatched all of the colors I had. I know I thought I would not do it, but I couldn't resist. There were so many colors. I wanted to see how they looked. So I hope you see, because it's very sunny. So those are all the colors, and they're pretty vibrant and really nice. The only issue I have is that the quality, there is no really coherence in the texture. So some have a really creamy texture, and some have a little more grainy texture, and some of the tubes were filled almost only with binders, and I didn't have a lot of pigments inside it. So I will just show you the palette so that you understand what I'm talking about. Yeah, so as you can see on the palette, if you look at the yellow here or at the green here, there is a lot of binders, so this kind of translucent liquid. I guess it's the binder, I don't know actually, but there were not a lot of pigments, but some are really nice, and they reactivate beautifully with water, so that was super cool. And what I did after that is starting to sketch out some ideas for the front page on what I wanted it to look like. So here are just some sketches and thumbnails, and I tried to find the colors. So I've used this book. So this book about colors, and there are a lot of different atmosphere and the colors associated with these atmospheres. And I wanted something that was like soft but still a bit dynamic. So I found this one, which is about fresh fruit and, you know, this summer vibe, but not too loud. And I really like the colors. So basically there is a kind of an opening here, and the different art materials are going through the opening, and it's a creative juice extractor, and there are some small characters that show the way. So that's what I want to do on the first page here of my sketchbook. So I will probably have a meeting now, but I will try to put the sketch down on these 2 pages, and I will film the process of coloring it. So stay tuned and see you probably tomorrow. Hello! So as planned, it is currently the next day, and yesterday actually I decided to do a small study with gouache, so you can see it here. It was my first full painting in gouache, and I wanted just to get a better grip on the medium before going to the first page, and it's actually the last page of my sketchbook. So it's really the end of a sketchbook, and now I'm feeling ready to complete the first page. So like I said, I traced the outlines. Let's go painting this one. I'm gonna start with a rather large brush, and I think what's pretty cool with gouache is that you don't have to, it's not like watercolor, you can paint on top of what you've already painted, so you don't have really to plan too much on where you start and where you go from there. So I think I'm just gonna start wherever. So yeah, I'm gonna start with the pinks here and here, and maybe I will put less yellow here. Maybe I start with the road. Okay, I'm gonna start with the road, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna start with the road. Let's go. So one thing I found pretty cool is that they reactivate really nice when we put water. So I'm just gonna shit some water everywhere, damp a little bit my brush, and I will start with some pure yellow and start with the road here. Okay, let's go. It's really a strange feeling to finish the sketchbook. So actually it's the first sketchbook that I've ever completed, and I started this sketchbook about 3 months ago because a few months ago I decided to give more time for drawing and to really try to improve in my drawing. I thought I needed to find time to draw more, and to do so I thought about having a sketchbook could help me and building kind of sketchbook habit. And I really fell in love with the process of having a sketchbook and drawing ideas and doing some challenges and testing some new mediums and having this safe place where you could do it all. I really liked how it felt, how it turned out, and I really felt like my art, or the way I feel about my art, has improved thanks to this sketchbook habit. So I'm really glad that I did this. I'm really glad that my parents offered me this sketchbook. At first I was not really happy with this sketchbook because I thought, oh, the paper is a bit yellow and it's almost kind of a canvas texture, so I'm not sure I will be able to do what I want to do with it. And it's hard and it's a strange size and there are so many pages I will never be able to finish the sketchbook. And actually it took me a little bit less than 3 months to complete the sketchbook. And I'm so happy with how every page turned out. Some are really messy, some are more finished, some are just tests of new mediums. And I really like this sketchbook, and it's my first and it has a special place. And when I started actually on the 3rd or 4th page because I felt so insecure about starting the first page. And I thought you needed to have a really beautiful first page for a sketchbook and to have something that you were proud of. And I didn't feel comfortable in doing it, and I wasn't sure how to consider my sketchbook. Because also I thought that a sketchbook was something where every page needed to be beautiful in a way. Even if it was sketchy, it needed to be like beautifully sketchy, not messy sketchy. And I realized that it can be just whatever you want actually. And every type of sketches are fine, and you learn something with every type of sketch. So you don't need to be afraid in your sketchbook, and you can be proud of whatever is in your sketchbook, which is really nice. So yeah, I started on the 4th page, and now that I'm at the end of my sketchbook, I finally feel comfortable in doing the first page. And I don't want it to be perfect or anything, but I planned it. I took some time in making the outlines to have the chances of doing something I like, but I don't have expectations of having a perfect first page or having a beautiful finished piece or anything. I just wanted to feel good and to feel like something I can look upon it and maybe see mistakes, but also see how far I've went within this sketchbook. And lately I've been looking at a lot of videos from Jess Carp, who is also a YouTuber here and who is a full-time artist. And she has such inspirational videos, and her sketchbook tours are so beautiful. Her art is like splendid, and she's amazing with a lot of different medias, which I find so inspiring. And she's all about draw something that you like, learn some new skills, get out of your comfort zone, and just enjoy your art and have fun with your art. And it really pushed me actually to try new things and to start this sketchbook habit. And I'm so glad that I did. So if by any chance one day you see this video, thank you very much, Jessica Carp, for your very inspirational videos. They are super nice. And of course I will link her channel in the description if you want to check it out and to subscribe to her channel. Okay, so I don't know why I put some little floating kind of clouds in the middle of the pink grass. So yeah, that's an artistic choice. But anyway, I kind of like these mountains, how they look right now. I'm just trying to put some little color changes here and there to define a little bit more the shapes, but I guess I will come over all of it when the first layer is a bit drier. Okay, so now I'm gonna start working on the different elements that we have here. So most of them are in the pink tones, I think. Yeah, you have some light pinks and some bright orange. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, this pink is really nice. Okay, perfect. I actually like that my gouache is not too opaque and that you still see the pencil sketch underneath. I think it gives a really nice sketchy look to this first page. So now let's add this color also to one of these tubes. So I still have to find, I'm not sure we'll put a color on this. The little guys, I think I will start with gouache and finish them with my fine liners. And the writing, I think I will do with my fountain pen. Okay, so I just realized that it was not filming. I don't know when it stopped actually. So I'll see this when I'm editing. And right now I have base layer on everything. And I'm just creating this little helping man here. And then I think I will add some texture to the mountains and then go in with my colored pencils and other medium to add the final touches. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the outline with the fine liner. I'm gonna start with the 0.5. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the last touches with the colored pencils and if need be with the watercolors, with the gouache. Okay, so now I just have the writing left. And I think that will be all. So I'm gonna wait for this to dry, grab my fountain pen and do this final touch here. So here is the final one. As you can see, I have smudged this, as I always do with this fountain pen, so I guess it's good that I smudged it here because everywhere I've used it on the sketchbook I've smudged it too. But yeah, here is the final first page that I've done in gouache and colored pencil and a bunch of other stuff. So don't hesitate to comment if you'd like to see me do a full sketchbook tour. And thank you for watching. I hope you'll like this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you liked it, and see you in my next video. Bye!